Hello guys, it's Jordan from Jordan Orchid Review. Today we'll be talking about the Kiwiears Orchestra Lite. It was sent over by Linso, but it will not affect my opinion and thought on this. And for gamers, nerds, BGM lover, anime lovers, classical lovers, instruments lover, rejoice and assemble. This video is for all of you. So before that, we'll be talking about the drier part first. We'll be talking about Kiwiears and Orchestra. So Kiwiears is a brand that they came up with Orchestra, which is around 2 years ago, together around the same period with the SA6 and the Oracle. So they came out with the Orchestra and they disappeared for quite long. Okay, for quite long, there's no trace of them, never heard of them ever since. And they came out with the Cadenza earlier this year, and after that they came out with this Orchestra Lite. Okay, following by this Orchestra Lite, they have others that are coming soon as well, as I heard. I'm not very sure, so I heard there was a planar or a hybrid going on as well. So you guys can keep track on those Kiwiears are back. So this IM with the name of Orchestra. Guess what is good on this? So this is an IM that's especially good on instruments. Okay, we have so many vocal centric IM out there, we have so many bass hit IM out there. Finally something different. Finally we have an IM that focuses on instruments. So this is good for gamers, anime lovers, classicals lovers, or orchestra lovers. Also a lot of people that likes instruments. Okay, you guys will love this. Okay, so let me get to the point. So why do I say that? For first of all, I would say maybe gamers like you and me will appreciate this very much, because why? Games nowadays have a lot of very good I would say tracks. Okay, BGM tracks. Theirs is like orchestra level of tracks. So for example, Genshin Impact, which is very trendy nowadays, you guys will love the background music, and you guys will love the weekly bosses BGM with this IM. Okay, and for people who like more old school kind of thing, for example, Monster Hunter soundtrack, okay, Monster Hunter theme, or anime lovers like you guys who love Demon Slayer. Okay, Demon Slayer, they have their own track for each of the characters. For me, example, I like the Zenitsu Thunderclaps, and for Hero Academia, okay, you say Run, all those very hot blood, okay, very blood boiling moments of BGM will let you relieve that moment. Okay, will make you have that touch feeling again if you're listening those tracks on this IM. But not just those kind of game. Okay, first person shooter games like CSGO, okay, or like other PUBG, okay, you guys might like this as well. Okay, because this Lite Orchestra Lite has boosted a little bit of bass, okay, compared to the OG, where you will find explosion, you will find gunshot to be very satisfying. At the same time, this does very well at pinpointing something. For example, it can pinpoint instruments in orchestra in a stage very clearly. So directional, at least from a directional point, okay, it can instruments from here, from the front, from the side, everything is pinpointed very good. Okay, so you can somehow pinpoint the footstep. So in a sense, it is very good for first person shooter game as well. So Orchestra, okay, this thing is called Orchestra Lite. What would you expect from this? So Orchestra is very good on this because it focuses on instruments a lot. Okay, this time around, vocal is behind, then the instruments are more pronounced. Okay, so if you guys like violin, you guys like trumpets, you guys like drums, on this sounded very good and precise. So that's why I say this IM is quite special. Okay, it's quite special. So not to say that it's not good for some trendy songs nowadays, but maybe songs like Yellow, okay, from Coldplay, or more all-time classic like Hotel California. Okay, this kind of song which have a lot of instruments going on, and I think you will appreciate it more, okay, with this IEM where you just leave the vocal. The vocal is not that bad actually. Vocal is not that it's not that it's muffled or anything, just that it got covered up, okay, by all the instruments, because instruments are the star of the show. It was bring to the front stage. That's why vocal, I will go for another set, maybe something in the price point. I would pick 250. I will get the Oxygen, which do a lot more better in terms of vocal. But I would say instruments, there isn't much, okay, there isn't much IEM out there with this price point that can do such performance, okay. So forgot to mention that this is also 8BA like the OG, okay. So 8BA for $250, okay, and can listen to all this niche, okay, very niche market, okay. I would think that it's quite worth it to give it a try, okay. So if I know that a lot of people like soundtracks, okay, but you never tell anybody, okay, you like soundtrack, and people most of the time people don't understand, okay, don't understand the goodness of soundtrack, because it will give you that moment, that as if you're reliving that moment, okay. For example, in your games, okay, like as if you are into the story itself. So a lot of people don't understand. So if you want to listen to it yourself, okay, you want an IEM that can do very well on that, try this out, okay, try this out. So that's really good, that impressed me a lot. So for you guys out there, if you have any suggestion, any recommendation, or any things that you think that you need to let the other nerds, gamers, that any tracks that you want to recommend, please comment down below. Every one of us will be appreciated very, very much. So before we wrap up the video, let's do a comparison with the OG as well. Just in case some of you are curious, I got a loaner unit from my friend, and just test it out and do some A/B with this. I would say the flavor is quite similar, okay, it's quite similar. They're all good in orchestra, in instruments, but the OG version don't have this kind of bass, okay. The bass is definitely not as pronounced, okay. It's as if there's no, that don't have bass, I would say, don't have bass. But I think it's good, okay, it's good, because orchestra, you don't need that bass, okay, you don't need that amount of bass, okay, you need that cleanliness. So the OG, stay with the OG, is just an elder brother which is more matured, that just want to focus on orchestra, where the little brother is more younger, okay, they like orchestra, at the same time like instruments and games, okay, hence they have boosted a little bit of bass, and the staging and airiness is also better on the OG. And vocal, I would say nothing to praise about as well in the OG, but it sounded a bit better, okay, not that it's forward, okay, just that it's because it's very, very clean, hence it gives you that feeling that it's also a little bit forward in a sense. So I would say, does it worth that double the price? Not quite, maybe not quite, okay. 250 8BA, I will go with this instead, okay, I will go with this instead. So please like and subscribe, guys, and hope to see you guys next week. Goodbye.